Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Friday, February 28th. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral. With me today is Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall, all of whom minister with me here at Sunshine Cathedral. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about Sunshine Cathedral. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We also have our own YouTube channel. And if you live in South Florida, be sure to check out the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts, offering entertainment for the LGBTQ+ community to benefit the LGBTQ+ community. Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world. In 2025, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots Magazine, the 5th anniversary of Queer News Tonight with nearly 10,000 stories and 10 million views in 2024. We will produce the 25th anniversary of Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival on June 14th. Pride Fed, Diversity Pride in August, and now the near 50th anniversary of Pride Fort Lauderdale in February. We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies. The Queer God Squad is unique in that we apply critical thought to religion while still embracing what is good about religion, and all in support of the LGBTQIAA+ community. If you enjoy the Queer God Squad, help us reach more people by sharing this or other episodes with your friends, family, and social media communities.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Kennedy Center takeover is disconcerting on a few levels. Despite having not attended any at the Kennedy Center's events in his first term or since, Trump installed himself as chairman of the board of the Kennedy Center, promising to usher in the, quote, golden age in arts and culture, end quote. Trump wasn't satisfied with purging the federal workforce, pausing the work of whole government agencies, and moving detained migrants to Guantanamo Bay. He now has seized control of one of the nation's premier performance spaces. Conservatives have been trying to reshape American culture for decades and have turbocharged those efforts in the last 8 years. Autocratic takeovers historically target the free press, the academy, and the arts. And here we go again, with the chief executive himself taking over the Kennedy Center's board and replacing some of its members with his own loyalists, meaning loyal to him, not to the arts. At Sunshine Cathedral, the arts are sacramental and can be a primary path to an experience of the sacred. The Queer God Squad finds the Trump takeover of the Kennedy Center to be reprehensible, to be an attack on the sacred spirituality that the arts facilitate, and to possibly be a threat to our democracy. What disturbs me most right off the bat about this is the use of the word takeover, because that's what it is.
Yeah, truly.
He and his cohorts are continually trying to take over any and everything that they seize their hands to. But the Kennedy Center takeover is even more disturbing on some level. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to ever go to the Kennedy Center, but I've been there before it was renovated, while it was being renovated at one time, and then after, and since it's been renovated. And the historical significance of the Kennedy Center itself, by bearing the name that it does bear, is significant in our nation's capital and literally around the world. But for the current chief executive to take over the Kennedy Center, I don't think he has an art bone in him. And when I think about that, I do a flashback quickly to his first administration at Christmas, when the Christmas decoration outside of the White House were all drab decorations that represented no joy, no hope. And I kind of see that's where. So yeah, he's on brand. So I just see the same whole Kennedy Center experience being exactly the same thing. And with the number of people who have already canceled their performance at the Kennedy Center, with the direct attack and removal of the Gay Men's Chorus performance at the Kennedy Center, this is yet again a blatant autocratic wannabe takeover of someone who knows nothing about what he's doing other than promoting an agenda that is not representative of all the people in the nation. And I've just been fascinated about I didn't know some of the people who were on this board that I found out about some of them. Now, like said, oh, no, I'm out of here. Yeah. If he's taking over, I'm out of it. And guess what goes along with that? I am I'm sure their support as well as their financial backing as well.
Sure.
You know, and I'm just looking at the list of people who are constantly backing up. But this is not a good sign for our country.
No.
Is that when you have a commander in chief, the president of the United States, just blatantly taking over? When would a president, with all the responsibility that's supposed to go along with that office, even have a moment's time to chair the board, much less oversee the Kennedy Center lineup from the golf course in Mar-a-Lago?
Hello.
Okay.
There's that. I remember that the Presidential Medal, you know, it's a big honor when you get it. And usually people who've done something historically amazing scientifically in the arts, maybe they just live to be 104 years old and, you know, this greatness or whatever. There's always some like noble reason. And then this fool gave it to a radio shock jock. So anything he puts his hands on just becomes meaningless, right?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering so I wonder what the Kennedy Awards is going to be like now. Like what kind of, you know, just gross comedian or whatever it's going to get. What professional wrestler, and what's the lineup at the Kennedy Center going to be now? Is it going to be WWE matches? Is it going to be live productions of The Apprentice? Is it going to be some beauty pageant? Miss Kennedy Center, you know, whatever. I mean, probably the Russian ballet gets to be there, but what kind of real arts are going to be there, and what kind of a disaster is? I mean, because if you got a Kennedy Center award, that was. You know, that was like a Nobel Prize.
Yeah,
and
really.
now it's going to be an embarrassment. It's like, oh, keep it. I don't want it. Just keep it. So, and you did say that the arts are sacramental, and that's not hyperbole. A sacrament is an outward sign of inward grace. And for people who are just bored to death of religion, or have been wounded by religion, or just was raised to believe religion isn't very, you know, useful or important or whatever, so they haven't had access to it, you still need touch points. You still need something to help you access the beyond, the greater, the deeper, the more beautiful, the aspirational. And for a lot of people, that is the arts. It is an outward sign of inward grace. It is absolutely 100% sacramental. So this fool is not only messing up a historical thing, he's really, in my view, being a sort of blasphemous. He's actually hurting a thing that helps people have an experience beyond the mundane, and people need that. And of course, it's not the only theater in the world, and you know, people will find places to go and things to do. But just that his impulse is to ruin, and destroy, and own, and then destroy, like, you know, snatching up the entire rose garden, or you know, it's just like beauty is like garlic and holy water to these people. They can't stand beauty and grace and decency. They can't take it.
I wonder if we can send him to the Lincoln Center.
Ooh, that's a thought. You know, one of the things that I had always looked forward to on the television was watching the Kennedy Center Awards. Always enjoyed that. And every once in a while there might be somebody on there that I didn't know much about. And it was such an educational moment. You could learn about these people, and it really was the very best of what this country has to offer. And now it's going to be erased. And it goes, again, to the erasure of certain groups or people or that kind of thing. And I know that he is probably thinking, this administration is thinking, that if we change the culture, then we can change our society. But I think you're right, Bishop Rob. There's other places where they can go, thank goodness. But boy, the Kennedy Center, that was always top notch. That was really right up there.
It's a lack of respect,
Yeah.
I think, more than anything to me, that this person who has no aesthetic value whatsoever is going to go into the Kennedy Center and tell them what they're supposed to do. Now, I am grateful that the artists and the philanthropists who were once involved in the Kennedy Center have walked out the door. And they said that we're not going to do this. We're not going to be a part of this madness. So I hope that Mr. Trump enjoys his Kid Rock concerts and whoever else,
Ted
Nugent concerts.
Maybe Juliana can do a drag show. You got to be 18.
But look at what we're talking about. This is the Kennedy Center. This is the premier show space of Washington, D.C. This is the center of our nation's capital, and this fool thinks that he can do something with it. And people are already telling him it's not gonna happen. If we got to close down the Kennedy Center for 4 years, we might want to just do that. Some of those artists, maybe they're local and maybe they want to come to the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing
Well
Arts.
done, Rev
I'm
Cav.
serious. I'm serious.
Yeah.
We have a world-class theater right here in Fort Lauderdale, and anyone who wants to come and talk to Bishop Robert about having a day here, come on down, because we're not going to censor you. We're not going to tell you what you can and cannot do. We're going to say, please share your joy with
Laugh,
us.
make us cry, make us think.
Yep,
Yes.
exactly.
And I just want to throw this out for what it's worth. Just also remember the person he also put in charge is an out gay man.
Oh, and what did
Yeah.
that out gay man do immediately?
Yeah.
A lot
Cancel gay men's courses and drag shows.
Yes.
The out gay man who's doing that. So, and he's a loyalist to Trump. And I'm like, buyer beware.
Yeah.
Things that make you go,
Yeah.
Well, and what's disturbing about that, no matter how successful it is, no matter how tacky it is, no matter, how heartbreaking it is, that it is part of a pattern that is repeated throughout history, is that you go for the artists, you go for the intellectuals, that you go for the press.
Yes.
The people who share information or creative ideas or can make you think out of the box, those, or think at all, those are the people autocrats go for first. So this is just so by the playbook
Yeah.
of you go for the creative people, you go for the deep thinkers, you go for the information sharers,
Yep.
because they're in your way.
Yep.
Wow.
That's today with the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, we want to invite you to join Sunshine Cathedral on a wonderful experience and help our mission for our community. Join us on the Florida AIDS Walk Pride Cruise. This unique 3-day cruise will sail from Miami on the $1 billion and ultra-deluxe 170,000-ton MSC Seascape on November 2nd, 2025. The cruise is for the Florida AIDS Walk. Your participation helps 13 vital beneficiaries in our community. The cruise is an incredible value, starting at just $199, and is also a fundraiser for the Sunshine Cathedral. Parties, special events, and more aboard, including a special unlimited beverage and open bar with Wi-Fi for all 3 days for just $68. We invite you to join us on this amazing cruise for fun, this vital cruise for good.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that. We are all in this together.
Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad.
Goodbye.